Whoops.
I was thinking we should call today Plaid Monday.
Plaid Monday?
Yeah,
I like it.
it's fitting, isn't it? All right, well, Mike, you and I are going to do something cool. We're going to do twill on a jersey with dye sublimation.
Mixed media,
Mixed
yo.
media, man. I'm going to give you the camera.
All
Follow
right.
me. So, we're going to be using the Epson 6370 dye sublimation printer. We're going to be using Epson Edge. This is the software that comes with it. I'm going to show you right away how easy this software is. I'm going to bring in my artwork. This is the border for the soccer design, this is the design with the border. I'm going to click on it, and then from here, I'm essentially just going to make as many copies as I want. And since our paper is about 44 inches, I'm just going to run it all the way across the paper. No sense in only doing half. We might as well run more. If we need more later, we'll have them, right? So it doesn't cost a lot of ink to do this. It's only a few pennies and a little bit of paper, so not a big deal. So I'm just going to run them all the way across. Why not? There's a lot of other features in here you can use, but for the most part, I just set up how many I'm going to do because I have the colors and everything set the way I want in Illustrator before I print it. I just save it as a PDF. And then I'm going to hit the print button, which is hiding right here.
Hey, John, so question
Yeah,
on
buddy.
the artwork resolution inside Epson Edge print.
Yeah.
Should I be concerned if it looks rough or?
Yeah. Good question, buddy. Because here, this is a rendering that doesn't really, this isn't reflecting what you're printing. That's just a rendering, so it pops up quick in the software. If this was 300 DPI like my artwork is, it would take forever to render each one of those, right? So they just have a quick, low resolution rendering for it. So super simple. Let's watch it print. Man, it's already done almost. It prints that fast. Yeah, super sweet. So these 6370s are really affordable. They're really super versatile. There's a ton you can do with this stuff. If you've seen any of our videos before, dye sublimation has a lot of value, a lot of use. So I'm just gonna now, Mike. I bought these. Well, you bought this big rolls of twill, right? This big rolls of white twill. Where'd you get this?
That is from Stalls.
Stalls, yeah. So you can buy rolls of white twill with the adhesive backing on the back.
Nice.
Right? And you can do whatever you want with this stuff once you start dye sublimating it. So I got a piece cut here very conveniently. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do a strip of 4 patches on this thing. I'll show you how easy this is. When we've done dye sublimation before, you'll notice that we always recommend using a piece of tape to hold this stuff down. What happens in dye sublimation when you put it under the heat press, there's a lot of pressure. It has a tendency to maybe ghost or shift the image a little bit. So we're just going to take a little piece of blue tape, put them on each corner. The cool thing about blue tape is it doesn't leave any residue. There is heat tape out there, but blue tape works just as well if you have it. It's crazy though, Mike. Tape is not cheap, is it?
No, it's not cheap. And you know what happens is you get that heat tape.
Yeah.
And I swear gremlins come out of the walls and
take
steal
it. Yeah, because we can't find ours. Not only that, people use it for things they shouldn't be using it for.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, why do you need heat tape to tape your picture to the wall? But people use it. All right, so I got my heat press. I've got full pressure here, so I want to have it smash all the way down. I have it set to 411 degrees. The trick here is to have consistent heat, 400 degrees. Ideally, I'd set 411 just to have a little bit extra give there. I took the platen cover off the top so I don't have any inconsistencies. I'm going to go ahead and lay this flat down here, take a piece of paper, parchment paper, whatever you have, set it down, and we're just going to smash that and let it sit for about 40 seconds or so. There's a ton we can do with this stuff. Chroma-Lux signs, banners, customers are buying it now and they're doing a lot of t-shirts. One of our customers just did this really cool stitch looking design. It looks like embroidery, but it was just dye sublimated on a shirt. That looks awesome.
I like the socks you did that one time.
The socks, really cool. Yep, socks are cool. I mean, there's so much you can do with dye sublimation. So if you're thinking about it, the 6370 is affordable. It's on sale this month. We've even sold a lot of recently the 9470s H, which is the fluorescent.
Oh, cool.
H for fluorescent.
Fluorescent dye sub. Huh?
Fluorescent dye sub, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. All right, so I'm going to pull this out. It's hot. When we were trained on how to use dye sub, they said you should probably use gloves to pull the stuff off the press, and I would agree with that. That gets pretty hot. Well, you know, I've been doing a lot of work in my backyard, Mike. and I'm starting to get my weak, my soft computer hands are starting to get tough again. Yeah,
Calluses, huh?
yeah, I'm feeling manly again, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so
Wow,
here we
look
are.
how vibrant those
Peel
are.
that off. Super vibrant. Yeah, really nice. So one thing to note about this is once it's on here, you got to get it off of here. You got to find a way to cut this stuff out. And Mike and I were going to pull out our cutter. We were going to put registration marks on here and pull out our cutter and show you how to cut it on the GS24 Roland cutter or the Graphtec. But you know what, buddy? We couldn't find it in all of our trade show stuff. It's
Man.
baried back there.
All
So
the
we're gonna do it the
trade show
easy, cheap way. We're gonna do it the fast, easy. Well, not necessarily
stuff.
faster.
John LeDrew.
It's the John LeDrew. Let's make this thing work
Yeah,
kind
I
of
like
way.
it.
So I'm just gonna cut it out with scissors.
Okay.
And this is totally doable. Here's a few that I've already done. I'm just gonna take a second. I made a light gray line. This border is supposed to be in the design.
The pressure's on now, mister.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I've already cut 2 of these out. That means I'm
Okay.
good. I can do it. Uh-oh, I messed up. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, this is easy. You know, you can pay someone $15 an hour to do this, and just cut pieces of twill all day. But this works for simple designs like this. If you're doing more complex designs, we certainly recommend getting a cutter, and you would cut it just like you would cut any cut piece of vinyl in with your vinyl cutter. You just set the registration marks and set it in your cutter, and the cutter will find the registration marks and cut it. We've done this before. We've actually showed this before. So if you want to dig back into another video, we can show you how to do that. All right, with that, buddy, I'm going to pass the camera to you.
All right. So now we got John's printout on that twill, that die sub twill. Yeah. We're going to take that guy, and I hooped it. I was a little crooked, but luckily I'm straight on the garment. So just showing that you don't have to be straight all the time. A little crookedness is okay.
Yeah.
So we got this in here. We're going to take and put it on the machine. So let's walk over to the machine. Got our EMT16X here, and we're just going to slide this onto it. We're using the 5.5-inch Mighty Hoop. If you have not seen the Mighty Hoops, where the heck have you been? Because they're the best things ever. Slide it in. We can see how crooked we are. What we're going to do is we're going to find the point right on the end of this box on either side. So we're going to take the laser, and hopefully that laser is showing up for you.
So you're just controlling it like that?
Yep.
Okay.
And we're just going to slide it over until we get to that point. So we're right on that edge.
Yep, I see it.
And I'm going to hit laser left. Then I'm going to slide over to the other side.
Let's see the laser.
And let me see if I can see it with the camera in the way. John's kind of a hog with the area right now.
To get my shots just right.
Yep. Okay, so now we're in that spot. So we're going to hit laser left again. Okay. And then if you put the computer or the camera on the computer screen, let me change it over real quick. Cool, there we are. When I hit laser bullseye, you'll see that it's going to reload that design and put it at that position.
Nice. Now, how hard is this to set up, Mike?
So it's really easy to set up, John. All I got to do is in the inside design shop, I've got to put a red vector line that basically goes from both sides of that corner to show me that. So I'll take a still image of that and we'll put it in the comments section for you guys. Okay. But super simple. We've got tons of videos on how to do laser alignment.
Yeah, and in the comments, don't you have a little like PDF that we can put?
Yeah, we put the PDF in there as well. That's a great idea, John. Good. So once we have that, we can go back over to the machine, and we're just going to do a trace, and you'll see that that laser just goes right around the border of the design. So hopefully that laser's showing up for you guys, but you can see it hit those far points.
Yeah, but it's there.
Yep, and we're just going to take and stitch this out. And it's a little bit of a pooch in there, but we'll get that flat as soon as we heat press it. So all is good. We'll let this thing finish sewing out, and I'll be right back with you.
Nice.
Nice. Let's take a look at this guy. And there we go, guys. So we got the twill that's got the die sub on it. and we added that column stitch around the edge of it.
Yep.
And now we can take the mighty hoop off.
Yeah, so if there's any wrinkles or anything in there.
Yep, so if we got any wrinkles whatsoever, we can take it and we can throw over onto the heat press.
Remember, it's at 400 degrees.
Oh, it's a little warm, isn't it? So,
Let's see how it looks.
paper out, design up.
Ooh, real nice. Look at that.
Dang, that's classy.
Nice.
Die sub with embroidery, mixed media, yo.
Yeah. What are we watching?
We're watching Digital Monday and
You do embroidery Wednesday?